Well, welcome back to Cajun Field in Lafayette, Louisiana. The Cajuns are 0-4. The Blazers are 1-3. Some of the key people tonight. Lee Jolly will not start for UAB tonight at quarterback. So Daniel Dixon gets the call. The 6'3", 195 freshman from Cleveland, Alabama will get to start. Dixon, you see 7 of 20. Jackie hasn't taken nearly as many snaps as Jolly.
No, he hadn't, but he's an athlete. I watched him practice this week. I tell you what, Watson's going to try to win the game with him.
And, of course, Lucius Foster will get the majority of the carries. Carl Sanders hurt in the Memphis game. Foster now has 54 carries, as you see, 268 yards. For the Cajuns, they too have quarterback trouble. They've lost 2 quarterbacks, and so Lance Domick, a redshirt freshman, came in against Texas A&M, and he is their QB. They're going to try to keep from losing.
Yeah, and Nelson is going to try to play around this young man for a while. They're not quite as confident as Nelson is in the situation.
And the running back is Elvis Joseph. He was in high school a year ago this time. He gained over 2,000 yards and scored 30 touchdowns in high school. He's off to a good start with the Cajuns, 49 carries, 249 yards. And so they got a big offensive line to block for him, starting with this big guy, Anthony Clement. Clement is 6'8", 349, a senior. All the pro scouts are looking at him, but you might also want to look at Jack, the biggest man in college football today. That's Keith Ware. He's 6'2", 380. He growls a little when he gets ready.
That's right. He's a big one. And I tell you, they line up side by side on the left side. It's not going to be any question where they're going on short yardage. They're going left.
Well, it ought to be quite a battle. The Blazers, the Cajuns from Lafayette, Louisiana. Here come the Raging Cajuns. We'll come back and kick it in a moment. This is UAB Blazers football.
My owner works, and we leave the house at 7 in the morning and rarely get home before 5. And that's not sitting in parking lots. That's on the road, chugging and jiving and picking up the kids. And we drop things off, and thankfully, we use Chevron with Techron. It helps keep my intake valves clean and my emissions low. In car talk, that's big stuff.
No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
Of all the places you'd want your mind to take you, the bank probably isn't one of them. That is, unless they're giving away $100 worth of free stuff. At AmSouth, we are. Come by or call us anytime at 1-800-AmSouth to open a relationship checking account, and we'll throw in $100 in freebies. Now why bank anywhere else? Relationship checking with $100 worth of free stuff. From the relationship people, AmSouth Bank.
She's half machine.
My designation is 7 of 9.
And half human.
She's beautiful, but a month ago she was born. You don't really know who she is. There's a woman in there, if you take the time to look. You two make a good team. I want to keep you together on this project.
But on the next Voyager...
You've got a crush on her, don't you?
Are you in love with me, Ensign?
She's all woman.
Take off your clothes.
Star Trek Voyager. Back to back with the Sentinel. All new UPN Wednesday.
All right, the UAB Blazers coming out of the tunnel of the Cajun field, where the playing field is actually 2 feet below sea level. There comes UAB. Blazers won the toss and deferred their option. We'll see what Southwest Louisiana wants to do. Jack Crow, if you're a coach, you're a player, those butterflies are fluttering right now.
Particularly when you got 2 young men that have never started a football game. Both coaches are going to be scouting them as they go a little bit here.
Well, the Cajuns, with the option, have elected to take the football. UAB won the toss, deferred their option. They'll be kicking from the south end zone. And so it'll be the UAB defense coming to the fore at the beginning. And everything we can find out about what Nelson Stokely might have in mind says that he'll want to line up, run the football right at UAB behind that big offensive line.
That's exactly right. It's going to be a game of patience and position when USL has the ball, and both teams are going to be trying to get field position.
There's Nelson Stokely. He's lost his son, Brandon, who was a great wide receiver. He's lost Barton Folse, who was going to be his starting quarterback. He lost Brian Saunier, who was his backup quarterback. And so they're all out. They're the officials as assigned by Conference USA. The referee is Art Massey, the head linesman Kyle Hunter. Larry Jones is the field judge. Pete Robbs, the back judge. The umpire is James Ina. Tracy Warren, the line judge, Charles Vincent. the side judge, officials assigned by Conference USA. And we'll find out in a hurry if that big Cajun line can wear down UAB's defense. I know Watson Brown is very concerned about that.
Yeah, and it's, you know, when you're building a football program, you try to teach physicalness, and this game is going to be a test of whether the UAB program has reached that level, because this is going to be a very physical football game.
All right, you got Willie Terrell. You've got Mike Ellis waiting deep. Jake Arians will move on to football. That's Terrell, who is, or that's Ellis, excuse me, who is a senior from Baden, Mississippi. Terrell, a junior from Tampa, Florida. There's Jake Arians, the freshman kicker from Starkville, Mississippi, 5'11", 160. He's been getting that kick pretty consistently to the end zone. Let's see what he does here as we're ready to play football down in Acadiana, as they call it down here. And, boy, he got a lot of foot into that. He's going to be 4 or 5 yards into the end zone, and they'll down it, bring it out, and Southwest Louisiana will play it on the 20-yard line. And Jack Crow, it probably won't take long to find out if that strategy we expect is exactly what they're going to do.
Well, the first message is happening right now because Bill Clay is looking to see how many tight ends are going to be in the game. The more tight ends are in the game, the more obvious.
Lance Domick is the freshman. He was a redshirt freshman. He's from Houston, Texas, 6'1" and 192. And we showed you the numbers on him. He took some snaps against Texas A&M when Saunier got hurt. They got Saunier out with one injury, Foltz out with another. Of course, last year they had Jake Delhomme, who was an outstanding QB, threw for over 400 yards against the Blazers. First down carry goes to the tailback, in for about 3 quick yards. There's Elvis Joseph. Elvis Joseph is a 6'1", 199 freshman. Along with Joseph in that backfield, you see we highlight those two. Their fullback, Clement, is 6'1", 206, a sophomore. Gassaway and Smith are both senior wide receivers, and the tight end Dozier is a true freshman. Clement, the big guy, Ware even heavier, but not as big. Archer is a veteran at center. A good offensive line. They all started a year ago. Call it 2nd and 7. And here comes Elvis Joseph again, and Brian Smith has him at the 25. And Jack Crow there is a good football player, 6'3", 252 sophomore Brian Smith from Rome, Georgia.
He's an excellent tackle, and they shut him off on the play side and tried to cut back. Surprisingly, the left side handled that big left offensive line pretty good.
Smith and with Alexander Lundy, the backers, as you see across the front, and the safeties, Alan Willis, Izell Reese will be called on to help a lot tonight. 3rd and 5, early possession down for the Cajuns. Domick is going to roll back to throw. Here comes a backside rush. He's running away from it. Now he's going to tuck it and lose back to the 21. And looks like the good defensive pressure that time came from Jeff Hanna, who made the play, but he was being chased on that backside, chased him right into Hanna.
Sure was. USL made a decision early to move their quarterback, so that tells you something about how they feel about him standing in the pocket. They must not be too confident in him standing inside.
They have a sophomore punter named Chris Shaw, and that's Shaw waiting to kick. He is averaging, well, I got it written here somewhere. Let me find Chris Shaw. He's averaging about 37 yards a kick. His kick is away. And Lucius Foster at the 40, back across midfield. Lucius cuts back. He's into the Cajun 34-yard line. So Lucius Foster, who is doing everything but taking up tickets for UAB. They've taken him off the kickoff return team, but he's too valuable as a punt returner.
Absolutely. Just the fact that you've got your starting tailback back there tells you that Watson's committed to playing field position with the kicking game, and it pays off with this great up-the-middle return. One thing you want him to do is go forward, and he went straight ahead.
All right, here is Daniel Dixon, first start ever for the sophomore from Cleveland. First down Blazers. They're on the Southwest Louisiana 34. Great field position to start the game. Pitch deep, Lucius Foster. Got a couple, not many, over there. The Cajuns reacted pretty well. First tackler there was Eugene Chambers. Take a look at the rest of the backs in there with Dixon. Foster and Battles in the backfield. Tight end is the freshman Crosby. And of course you got Troop and the senior Kevin Drake as the wideouts. And up front, Johnny Ray anchors the middle with Metters and Mitchell, Creel, and Reeves.
And they're no huddle right here. They are right back up there at the line of scrimmage.
Gave him only 1 yard on the carry, so it's 2nd and 9, and Dixon from the shotgun. Wants to throw early, wants to throw long, and he's got him at the 5 and on in for a touchdown.
There you go.
A complete pass to Darius Malone, who had come in at the wideout spot replacing Troop. And immediately a 33-yard touchdown pass.
And that right away shows you the difference in the way to...
Wait a minute, no touchdown. They rule him out of bounds on the 3. All right. The PA guy had me thinking that I got a monitor in my way on that sideline.
Well, he signaled.
And I thought Malone had stayed in bounds. They moved it back to the 3. That's for the extra point. And the PA guy
it is a touchdown.
faked me out for a minute. 6-0 UAB with Drake holding. Here is the point after attempt. Now a timeout by the Blazers. Kevin Drake calls the time. He looked over toward the sideline, and I'm not sure if the Blazers did not have a full complement of men on the field or not. But UAB, after striking early, still 12-17 left in the first quarter. And Jack Crow, let's take another look at this pass, because Daniel Dixon didn't show any nervousness on this one.
It's all man coverage, so it's 1-on-1. It wasn't anything that was hard to figure out. It was just a matter of putting a perfect pass on a well-run route, and it was throw and catch as good as you can do it.
No question about him being inbounds. He's a good yard and a half inbounds as we look at it again.
The message is here, we're going to win the game with our quarterback, and there's distinct difference in the way two teams are going to handle their quarterback situations in this ball game.
And of course, as you mentioned from your days of coaching, what happens early can really dictate. Nelson Stokely may be forced to open up a little more than he wants to if he gets behind.
Absolutely, and I think the fact that they're going to try to move their quarterback around, I mean USL, is going to make the run and the pass have to be played together. And you can do that as long as you're in the ball game. And I don't expect there to be a wide scoring margin here. I think USL is going to pretty much be able to play that hand the whole game. This game I don't think will be decided till late.
All right, Darius Malone caught the touchdown pass. Darius is a 6'3", 185 sophomore from Douglasville, Georgia. And the touchdown pass is the second of the year for Daniel Dixon. He had thrown a touchdown pass against Memphis. He had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And here's the point after now. Out of Drake's hold, Arian's kick is up. It's good. The Blazers lead 7-0. We'll be back to Lafayette in just a moment. This is UAB Blazers football.
Take one forgetful husband.
This song is for all the ladies celebrating their birthday today.
Place in hot water.
I'm dead.
Whisk into one Bruno's supermarket. Leave to soak up ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Then fill with a careful selection of gifts. Gingerly return, decorate, and serve immediately.
Surprise. You remember?
With a generous helping of brownie points. Bruno's. We've got all the right ingredients.
Yes, for only $169 a month, and you're driving a new Tamron Honda Accord LX. It's Tamron Honda's year-end closeout. Tamron's Honda Accord LX has automatic, air, stereo, power windows, locks, and cruise for only $169 a month during Tamron Honda's year-end closeout. For only $299, you're driving sport utility luxury. It's Tamron Mitsubishi's new 98 Montero LS Sport. Loaded including automatic, air, stereo, power windows, locks, cruise, roof rack, side steps for just $299 a month. Drive it during the year-end closeout week at Tamron Mitsubishi in Hoover.
A meteor? How close? I'm on my way. I forgot the kid's Coca-Cola. Excuse me. Thanks, Mom. You're super.
All right, there's Terrell waiting deep along with Mike Ellis, and Jake Arian's about to move on to football. A 7-0 early lead for the UAB Blazers. They score on their first possession. A great Lucius Foster punt return. Don't forget that. Put UAB in business at the 34. A 33-yard touchdown pass from Dixon to Darius Malone. UAB has the lead. Arian's first kick was into the end zone. This one's going to come up on about the 3. Out to the 10, to the 15, up the middle with running room. And all the way across the 35 to the 36 is Willie Terrell. Terrell, the junior from Tampa, found himself an opening right up the middle. And take another look at this coming at you, Jack. Some good blocking on the kick return here for Southwest Louisiana.
Good blocking of UAB.
So the Cajuns will take over 1st and 10. Lance Domick, they've had one possession. It was 3 downs and out. They tried to run on their first two, tried a rollout pass on the third down. Let's see what they do. They got Elvis Joseph deep. And they're going to power sweep with a big guy leading out there. And a good job by Alan Willis. He got around the blockers. Met him after about a 3-4 yard gain. So Alan Willis, who had a great night at Kansas, comes up, gets a good stop here.
Alan and the free safety, Isaiah Reeves, are both going to be making a lot of tackles. They're just going to have to make sure they're not 4 yards down the field like that one, because that will play right into the hands of what USL wants to happen, and that's methodical ball control offense right now.
Well, it's 2nd and 6.
Here are the tight ends coming into the game. They've got 2 tight ends. The fullback is out, and this is really what they...
Sandusky, one of the tight end in motion, and back to throw. Domick is out here in the flat and out of bounds. No catch. Dane and Sidney had the coverage on Freeman, the intended receiver. They're trying to go to David Freeman, a freshman, at 6:01.79 from Rainey. And Dane and Sidney, one of the faster men on the UAB team, had good coverage.
Play action pass, which is the way they want to do it. And right here, they got the corners off. And it was a good throw and catch, just thrown a little late. And that means it's incomplete.
He landed out of bounds, so it's 3rd and 6 for USL. They have lost to Pittsburgh, to Oklahoma State, to Texas Tech, and to Texas A&M. They're 0-4. Just last week, the Aggies buried them 66-0. Here's a quick pitch deep. UAB got penetration, and they're going to get him for virtually no gain. Wallace Rutledge got in there. Willis came up, and I think maybe Sterick Morgan had penetrated too. And USL's got 4th down again.
The difference this time is free safety Willis responded a lot quicker and held it to a no gain. And that makes a difference, all the difference in the world.
Chris Shaw, the punter. Lucius Foster waits inside the UAB 15. Here's Shaw with a good snap. Kick is away. And Lucius is going to catch this ball right at the 15. Tried to get away from a tackler. Now he's going to be swarmed at about the 16-yard line. So quite a change in field position. UAB got the ball the first time on the Cajun 33. This time they'll start way back deep. We'll be back in a moment. 7-0 UAB. This is UAB Blazers football.
This Blockbuster team is on fire. We'll take a timeout now to tell you about Blockbuster's huge play-to-win game. Come into a Blockbuster video and get a play-to-win card. You could win great stuff like free rental, Coca-Cola products, or popcorn and more. Best of all, you could win a trip to the Sugar Bowl. Back to the action now. Wait a minute. Kowalski is leaving the stadium. Wow, this is wild. Don't forget to pick up that Blockbuster play-to-win card today. Kowalski, where are you?
John. All right, here is the 2nd down. Dixon's going to throw, and he's overthrowing Kevin Drake downfield. The officials did not get the word from our timeout coordinator that we were gone, so UAB on 1st down sent Percy Coleman up in the line. We've got that play recorded for you. You'll see it got just 1 yard, and then Dixon tried to go deep to Drake, and that's incomplete. So we're up to 3rd and 9 already, and best laid plans of mice and men, as they say. The timeout coordinator's at one end of the field. The referee didn't look to that end, and so he put the ball in play. 3rd down and 9. There's a little handoff up the middle to the UAB fullback on 1st down that you missed. Here is Dixon waiting, and he's going long again, and it's broken up. Kevin Drake, the intended receiver. Good coverage for Southwest Louisiana by Garrett Johnson, a 6'01", senior from Baton Rouge. You can get another look at that because ball is well thrown by Dixon, but Johnson just makes a great play.
Well thrown ball, and Kevin could have come back a little harder for the ball and created some separation at the end of the route. Actually, defensive back got a better break on it than Kevin did, but that's what good competition will do. I thought the ball was thrown very well.
The quarterback is in punt formation. Daniel Dixon is also the UAB punter, and he's got the first punt of the night coming up for UAB. Dixon has it away from there, and let's see, waiting at the 36-yard line and being brought down immediately Nice coverage by Cedric Thatch down under the kick. Let's finish what we started. We'll be right back to Cajun Field. It's 7-0. UAB in front of the Raging Cajun.
For S&K's double play sale.
Why shop the department stores when S&K has thousands of suits on sale? Right now, you can take home 2 S&K suits for less than you'd expect to pay for 1 department store suit. These are great-looking wool blend suits you can wear year-round, and you get 2 for under $200. So pick up your next double play at S&K, because if you go to a department store, you're going to strike out.
6 locations in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Boaz. Call 1-800-644-SUIT.
All right, we're ready to go now. We finished what we so rudely interrupted at commercial break. And, again, we apologize. Sometimes you get the word to the guys on the field, and sometimes you don't. Now we're ready to go. We're down to 9:43 to play in this first quarter. UAB getting an early touchdown pass from Daniel Dixon to Darius Malone. And now the Cajuns have the ball for the 3rd time. They are still looking for their first down in this game. And they're going to throw on first down this time with Domick. Over the middle, too high, incomplete. Come on. Lance Domick trying to go over the middle, and he was trying to go to Franco Smith, one of his wideouts. Looked like Danon Sidney and Alan Willis had coverage on Franco Smith. Smith is a senior. He's from Shreveport. And the other wideout, Brian Gassaway, is a senior from Sulphur, Louisiana. Gassaway caught a touchdown in UAB's win last year. The Blazers beat the Cajuns in Birmingham by 10, 39-29, but it was close right down to the end. 2nd and 10 now, and here's Elvis Joseph. Got a little running room across the 35 out to about the 37. Give him a quick 3, maybe 4. Take a look at these big guys up front, Jack. They got a big offensive line.
They got a big offensive line. They're going left, but the strong safety, free safety, Isaiah Reeves is up in there, and he's the one that makes the tackle, and he makes it right in the throat. These safeties, I call them the Bruise Brothers. They're always up there. Every running play, they have been the guys that have made the plays. And they're 2 fine safeties.
3rd down and a long 5, short 6, and they want to throw for it again. Lance Domick is going long. He's intercepted. UAB will have the football on the 35. Rodriguez Brooks. He got up. He took it away. The intended receiver was Desmond Williams, a freshman. And Rodriguez Brooks, who has really had his moments, sophomore from Dadeville. Watch him play the football this time, get inside the receiver, Jack, and
Domick sees it early, and it is open early, but by the time the ball gets there, there's been a great recovery by this corner going back. He's behind everybody when the quarterback makes his decision to throw it. It's just that you can't think about it twice. You got to turn it loose when you see it.
All right, first down UAB. The field position a little better, up to the 35. UAB scored their touchdown after getting a good punt return down to the USL 33. All right, Dixon going to come on the option. Daniel Dixon, he'll keep it himself. He's got midfield. He's got the 45. He's all the way to the Cajun 43-yard line. A great run by Daniel Dixon, 6'3", 195, redshirt freshman. And Jackie made his mind up early. He wasn't going to pitch. He wanted to keep this thing.
Absolutely. This young man is an athlete. He's not just a quarterback. He could be playing free safety or wide receiver. And this offense, with the option in it, gives him a chance to beat the defense a lot of different ways, including running the football.
First down, Blazers put the ball on the Raging Cajun 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Johnny Ray, you see the center pointing around, setting up the blocking, and they're going to send Lucius Foster up inside for a couple of yards. Lucius is a small back to go inside at 5'10", 175. But with the loss of Carl Sanders, we don't have a big back.
Absolutely, and that makes 1st and 2nd down that much more important, because really the short yardage is going to be tough on Lucius, and it's something I think that Watson is going to try to stay out of. I think he's going to try to get the ball down the field as much as he can, except on 1st and 2nd down.
All right, 2 yards on the gain for Lucius Foster. It's 2nd down, 8 to go. Daniel Dixon looking over to the sideline as he comes to the line of scrimmage. Now he may be checking off. Again, Blazers take the snap, and Dixon is rolling to throw. He's looking. He is hit as he threw it incomplete. Boy, he was trying to go long. I think Andre Crosby, the tight end, had gone very deep down the sideline, but he was hit as he threw it, and so it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down.
There was an audible. Excuse me.
Go ahead, Jack.
It was an audible, and the tailback misses the call, and that's the breakdown. There's no protection, and you can see right there that without the protection, it's hard to get the ball off. Luckily, he got the ball off without the loss, you still got a makeable third down here.
All right, 3rd and 8. And getting new people into the game. Going to go from the shotgun, Daniel Dixon. Play clock now at 8 seconds. So Dixon gets ready to get the snap from Johnny Ray. Back out of the shotgun. He's got time now, and he's going to go very, very long. He's going for Kevin Drake. Broken up the last minute. Drake had a step on the defender, Garrett Johnson, but Johnson got a hand in at the last minute. A little more air under that ball. You got a touchdown.
He would have, and that's just a young quarterback.
Take another look at Kevin as he's isolated on the camera down angled, going down the sideline.
Turned his hips. It's a post corner route, and the ball's just a little flat. If he had put the ball out in front of him, it would have been 6. But that's a young man that's got a lot of excitement right now in his stomach, and he's going to play a little better as the game goes on, I believe.
Well, on 4th and 8, UAB elects to go for it. 4th and 8 now, and remember, Dixon is the punter. He gets the snap. He wasn't looking, and the ball is loose. All the way beyond midfield, and it's going to be out of bounds. USL will get it on the UAB 45. That's what happened to Jacksonville last week. The ball was snapped. The quarterback was not looking, and the Raging Cajuns will get it with 7:40 left in the first quarter.
There's a lot of communicating going on here. You can see the quarterback still inspecting the defense and communicating with his receivers. Johnny Ray thinks he has seen the signal. Obviously, the quarterback wasn't ready, and it's changed the field position.
All right, the Cajuns now without a first down yet in this game, but they have 1st and 10 now in UAB territory. That was a 4th down play, remember, even though UAB got it back. It goes over, and Elvis Joseph is going to pop up inside a quick 5 from the 45 into about the 40. Running behind that very big offensive line, the center, Ben Archer, a little guy at 6'3", 276 compared to the guard and tackle beside him, but Archer was leading the way, and he gets him he got his room for his back to pick up a quick 5 at 2nd down and 5. USL on the UAB 40. 7-0 Blazers. We're in the first quarter, 7:10 remaining to play. UAB has a touchdown pass from Dixon to Darius Malone for their score. All right, Dominic is going to give it to Elvis Joseph, and that may be the first down of the night. He got across the 35, and that should be first down number 1 for the home team, the Raging Cajuns. And you hear the crowd here on the near side come to life. That's the first time the PA guy has been able to say 1st and 10 for the Cajuns. And Joseph is going to come out of the game. Watch him run this one.
Gary, they get great movement inside. I mean, he ran 5 yards before he caught up with the offensive line, and that is the kind of game that USL is going to try to establish here.
Well, he came to the sideline, and they sent him right back in. So Joseph is the tailback again. This is first down, USL. And here goes Elvis Joseph again. And the freshman is another 5, 6, maybe 7. I tell you, Elvis Joseph in high school in Houston, he scored 30 touchdowns. He gained over 2,000 yards in his high school career. And even though a year ago this time he was playing high school, he's a good running back.
He's an outstanding back. John Ehret High School, where he played in Marrero, is an outstanding football program. He knows what the big leagues are all about. I've recruited that school many times.
2nd down and a long 3, a short 4, as you prefer. And here are the Cajuns up the line. They're going to run it again. And on the sweep, penetration. Sean Alexander got him out of bounds, minus yardage. Sean Alexander with the penetration, the senior from Aniana, 6'0", 225, got in there and made the big play for UAB to put USL in a 3rd and long.
Well, they flatten them out here and make them run to the sideline. Then they get great pursuit, and this is a fine job running it all the way out of bounds. And as long as you can get that back to bounce it outside and got some speed, you're a lot better off than letting him go straight up the gut.
Line of scrimmage is the 29. USL needs to get inside the 24 for a first down. So it's a long 5. 3rd down for the Cajuns. And here goes Elvis Joseph up the middle. No, he's not there for a first down. They're going to look at 4th and 1 or 2. Willis and Reese, the strong safety and free safety, combine and knock him down. It'll be 4th and a yard or 2 to go. If you're wondering about field goals, Deach has made 2 out of 3 this year, and I don't think they want a field goal. They want to go for it on 4th down. Nelson Stokely wants to roll the dice early.
2 tight ends in the game, and they've got their fullback set like they're going right. It'll be interesting to see, and they do go right.
Elvis Joseph tripped up. That was Smith who got under. tripped him, and I don't think he got enough. They marked the ball right on the 25. He needed now a flag goes down. And let's see what that's all about. A flag comes down in the pile. Obviously a dead ball foul on somebody. But if the flag is